Welcome to Fear Street.
What's up, homies? Welcome to Fear Street, the greatest scary story channel that's ever existed. I'm your host, Dracula, and I'm bringing you the scariest goddamn stories on this whole planet. Picture this. You just moved into your dream neighborhood, in your dream home. Everything seems perfect. Birds are chirping, wind is blowing, angels are singing. When suddenly, you begin to suspect that your neighbor is a psychopath. From there, you stumble upon him doing something, shall we say, sinister. And terror ensues. What do? Luckily for you, we're gonna find out tonight. Only on the one, the only Fear Street, baby. Where nightmares come alive.
From the outside looking in, you might say my life seems pretty perfect. I'm tall, fit, well-educated, and have a great job. I even just bought my dream home. Up until 3 days ago, I probably would have agreed with you. It all started last Wednesday. I was on my evening jog. I typically run through my entire neighborhood, which takes me about half an hour. It was twilight and there was a cool breeze in the air. I still managed to work up a pretty good sweat though, and was looking forward to a warm shower and a cold drink. But as I passed my next door neighbor's house, I saw him outside, and he was putting something wrapped and roped up in a sheet into his trunk. I'd already raised my hand to wave and started to say hi when I noticed. I swear, what looked like the outline of a foot was hanging out of the trunk, and he pushed it in as if in a hurry. When I started to say hi, I could tell I startled him, and he turned around, locking his eyes on mine. Trying to play it off, I nervously stammered out, "Hi." He didn't respond. He just stood there, staring at me with this blank, emotionless look on his face. As I approached my door, I looked over and my heart dropped. He was staring right at me. I fumbled around in my pocket for my key and, upon finding it, realized that I was shaking like a leaf when I tried to unlock my front door. My key fell to the ground, seemingly in slow motion. I had this overwhelming feeling that if I bent down to pick it up, I'd be attacked from behind. And to top it all off, I was too scared to even look over in his direction. I started bending down to pick up my key, but my body froze in place, scared stiff. I had to look over to be sure I was safe, so I shot a furtive glance in my neighbor's direction. He was gone. I took a deep breath and commanded myself to pick up my key. It must have taken 5 seconds to unlock my door, but it felt like an hour. Finally, I unlocked it and went inside, locking the door behind me. I started thinking of all the things that could have been in the sheet. A dead animal? But why would he put it in his trunk? A huge doll? No way. I was running out of explanations and I couldn't let it go, so I decided to call the police. They told me they'd send someone over, which finally calmed me down. I decided to take that much-needed shower. I was washing my hair when suddenly everything went dark. A cold chill ran down my spine. I washed the shampoo out as quickly as I could, burning my eyes in the process, and slowly turned the water off, trying to be as quiet as possible. I'll be honest, even as an adult, being alone in the pitch darkness scares the hell out of me. What was that? Shit! I knew that sound. It was a drawer being opened. I was struggling to hold off a full-fledged panic attack while trying to breathe as quietly as possible. But I've never been so terrified in my life. Hello? My voice shook. I was met with an eerie silence. I could feel the hairs on the back of my neck standing on end. It was so dark, I literally couldn't see a foot in front of me. It was at this point that I knew what I had to do. I wrapped myself in my towel, opened the bathroom door as quietly as I could, and booked it for the front door. With each step, my pounding heart grew louder and louder in my ears. I just knew that psycho was going to jump out from behind somewhere and attack me. But he never did. Luckily, I made it to the door, and as fate would have it, right as I got outside, the police were pulling up. I flagged them down and told them everything that had happened. They searched my house from top to bottom and found nothing out of the ordinary. Then they knocked on my neighbor's door, and to my surprise, he answered. They must have asked him if they could see in his trunk because he opened it and showed them. Only this time, it was empty. I couldn't believe it. He hadn't gone anywhere. I started to think maybe I imagined it all. But then this morning, I was in my car pulling out to go to work, and I happened to glance up at my neighbor's window. He was staring at me with the same menacing look as before. Now, I'm honestly so scared, I don't even want to go home. I can't. He's waiting for me. I've been sitting in my car for 3 hours trying to figure out what to do. I can't believe just a week ago, I was the happiest guy I know. I was living my dream. But it's crazy how fast a dream can turn into a nightmare.
Ha 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 ha.